Okay, so now we're rolling. We have a blue backdrop, which the camera has changed. The camera is seeing things differently. It's adjusting white balance on its own because it does that by itself, which means Angela looks more yellow in the camera than she does in real life. So this is something that I am going to adjust in post-production, meaning when I edit. I just downloaded a new app that allows me to adjust color. I'm going to put that to a test. And I have this frame going on right now so you can see this light, the key light, is there illuminating her face. This light over here is positioned to mostly throw light onto the backdrop because I have two lights and I don't want to use more than two lights right now. Don't want to use any overheads. I just want to see what I can do with a completely dark room. Camera's going to creep in. AEAF lock is now on. Come down just a touch. And then you can see that light is in the shot. So obviously you wouldn't want that, so you would have to figure out how to get that out of your shot. Blue backdrop, a little bit different. Again, these are the two colors you want to mess with when you're doing your self-tapes, gray or blue. All right, last but not least, I'm going to do one more test with the fluorescent lights also on because that does affect the overall light in the room and the light on the backdrop. I am going to have Angela move that stool back so my lights are closer to the backdrop. I want to maintain relatively the same distance from her face as before to get that nice soft light that's even. That's why the lights are in about the same place as far as distance from her. How is the brightness on your eyes?
Good.
Okay, so those are, you can see what that looks like. As you're doing your setups at home, as you're testing, you're just going to want to play with how far away is the light from me, from the subject, and just kind of keep playing and exploring. And now let's see what it looks like for the smartphone.
These are each about an arm's length away.
If I shoot the video here, if I want a wide shot or a medium shot, meaning waist up, you're going to have a problem. Can't have the lights there because they're in the frame. However, if you move in for a medium close, then the lights are gone. Look at that. Now, another thing that I mentioned before, I don't like that the auto white balance is making things a bit yellow, in my opinion. So I'm going to play with that in post. But for now, let's look one more time at AEAF lock. AEAF lock is now on. I'm going to reduce exposure a touch. As I've talked about in other videos, AEAF lock, you should really get to know how to use it. It's super simple, and you might as well figure it out to see if it helps you improve the light quality on your video submissions. All you have to do is point the camera, either the front-facing camera at yourself or the rear-facing camera at your subject. Hold your finger down pretty much right where the face is of that subject. It'll take a few seconds, and then you're going to see AEAF lock, and then you can just drag your finger up or down on the device. If you have an iPhone, if you're using something else, well, that's not very helpful. But if you have an iPhone, AEAF lock is a great function. All right, I think that's it. Hope you learned something. Don't forget to subscribe. We'll see you soon for another video. And I imagine the next video you might see after this might have something to do with color correcting on an app on the phone, because I do want to play with a few of those videos that we just shot. All right.
Be mighty.
All right, so we've done a few tests now. We've tested a few lights. These are both relatively affordable. This kit that we just tested was around $100 before tax. Got the two lights, two bulbs, two light stands. The light stands are flimsy, but $100 is very, very affordable for, I mean, at least for what you're getting. I would say this is, if you're on a budget, this is a great unit or a great kit to start with. We also tested the ring light. I like the ring light as well. I just think that, you know, the ring light is great for traveling. If you're going to be going out of town and you're an actor, today's actor, you need to travel with yourself taping stuff. So that means you're taking your smartphone, you're taking the bracket, you're taking a portable tripod. Here's your portable tripod. Flexible, bendy legs, really easy to use. You can attach it to stuff. It's got the smartphone bracket, so you can attach the device. You got to stabilize your image, as you know. And for me, if I was traveling, the softbox kit is it's a bit too big. The ring light's going to be a lot easier to manage. Or, worst case scenario, you bring this and you just hope that you are in a hotel room or you're somewhere where you can use natural light or room lighting. But if you really want to have everything covered, you go ahead and bring the ring light with you. The ring light I find these both easy to use. The ring light's a little bit easier to set up and tear down because it's just kind of one unit. These units, they take up a little more space, but I like that they give you a bit more flexibility, meaning I could position one of these soft boxes as long as it's located not off to the side and very central, like right on the same axis as the subject. Meaning, I think you get what I'm getting at. If this is my camera here and my light is right next to the camera pointing at the subject, then you're going to get pretty even illumination. And that second light, you can use that to light the background. And while you're lighting up the background, you might also be able to light up part of your face in case one side of your face is in the shadow. Does that make sense? So, yeah, I think that's all I have for you. You now have some options when you're going out there and hunting for equipment for your next self-taped audition. We hope you break a leg. We hope you book that role. And we hope to see you soon. Cheers.